Hi, boys and girls. Well, today we're going to read The Story of Snow. And I like how they're using a magnifying glass to look at the snowflake, and they've used the rim of the magnifying glass to make the letter O in our word snow. And it's called The Science of Winter's Wonders. And it was written by Mark Cassino with John Nelson. So there were two authors in this story. Let's find out the story of snow. Pretty interesting stuff. And here we have pictures of a lot of different snowflakes. And our title page, The Story of Snow, the Science of Winter's Wonder. And of course, they call it Winter's Wonder because that is when we are most likely to see snow. This is the story of snow. Our story starts on a winter day high up in the sky, in a cloud that is very cold. Snow begins with a speck. Clouds are mostly made of air and water, but there are also bits of other things, like tiny particles of dirt, ash, and salt. Even living bacteria can float in the wind and end up in a cloud. A snow crystal needs one of those specks to start growing. These specks are all much smaller than the eye can see, but if you could see them, and here's where they might have come from. There might be some volcanic ash. There might be particles of sand, salt from evaporation, pollen from a flower, or even bacteria from plant leaves. They all are a speck. The speck becomes the center of a snow crystal. When a speck gets cold enough, water vapor will stick to it. If you had a microscope that could see such small things, here is what you would see. Water vapor sticking to a speck. More water vapor sticks to the wet speck, forming a water droplet. The droplet freezes into a ball of ice. More water vapor sticks to the ball of ice and it grows into a hexagon-shaped ice crystal. Water vapor continues to stick to the crystal. Faster growth on the corners causes 6 branches to sprout. The branches keep growing and sprouting little arms of their own, and a beautiful snow crystal is made. A snow crystal forms as it falls. As the snow crystal gets bigger and heavier, it starts to fall to the earth. It keeps growing, and how it grows depends on how wet the cloud is and how cold it is. A snow crystal can start to grow one way, but then grow another way when it passes through a wetter or colder part of the cloud. The crystal stops growing soon after it falls below the cloud. So while it's in the cloud, it can grow, form, change, but once it is out of the cloud, it's pretty much going to keep its shape as what it last was. Snow crystals can be stars. These ones definitely look like stars. One common snow crystal shape is the star. Star-shaped snow crystals usually have 6 arms reaching out from a center point. The center point is the home of the speck that started the crystal. The 6 arms look alike, but they're almost never exactly alike. So you have to look really closely, scientists. Do the 6 arms look exactly alike, or are there little differences that you have to really observe to see the difference? Snow crystals can be plates. I like this one over here. Plate crystals are thin like star crystals, but they don't have arms. The simplest kind of plate is a hexagon with 6 straight sides. More complicated plates have points where arms almost grow. I like this because it shows you the actual size. It's really tiny. And then they used a microscope so that we could see what it would look like. It's really clear to see that hexagonal shape here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, definite 6 straight sides. This one also has a very clear hexagon in it, but it almost grew arms. Snow crystals can also be columns. Column-shaped snow crystals are shaped like pencils. They're not flat like stars and plates. Columns can form high in the clouds and at very cold temperatures. They are very tiny, and when they fall, they make for very slippery snow. Here again is the actual size, so tiny. But if you use a microscope, this is what you would see, a column snow crystal. And they told us it makes for very slippery snow because when you have a bunch of columns on each other, they tip and twist, which makes it slip. 6 is the magic number for snow crystals. This is because of the nature of water. Water molecules, the smallest units of water, attach themselves into groups of 6, which usually leads to crystals with 6 arms or 6 sides. And so we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you think of a star crystal as a clock, the arms of the star crystal would point to 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 12 o'clock. That's pretty cool. And here is our hexagons forming together. Snow crystals are very rarely perfect. So much can happen during a snow crystal's fall to the earth. It is rare that one will turn out perfectly. If a droplet of water passes close to one arm of a snow crystal, that arm can start to grow faster. Before long, that one arm will get longer than the others. Oh, so we can easily see this arm got an extra water droplet, and this arm got an extra water droplet. Which one on this one? Yep, I agree with you. Right here. It looks like on this one, there might be 2 that got extra water droplets. But this one definitely looks a little longer. And then on this one, we can see that arm got the extra water droplet. Pretty neat how they look similar, but not quite the same. A snow crystal can be a twin. Hey, we've got some twins in kindergarten, so now we know snowflakes can also be twins or snow crystals. A snow crystal can have 12 arms. This is a twin crystal, which happens when 2 crystals start from the same original speck and they form on top of each other. A snow crystal can have bumps. If there are enough water droplets near the crystal, some can strike the crystal and freeze, This gives the crystal little bumps called rime. And when they say rhyme, they don't mean like cat, mat, bat. But that would be kind of funny. Many snow crystals make one snowflake. Often snow crystals bump into each other and get stuck together. When this happens, snowflakes form. Hundreds or even thousands of snow crystals can be found in a single snowflake. So here are some snowflakes. This one is 2 snow crystals stuck together. Same with this one. And this one has a lot of snow crystals stuck together, making one snowflake. Once a snow crystal lands, it starts to wither away. Snow crystals can't keep growing after they fall from the clouds. And when a crystal stops growing, it immediately starts to wither away. Soon the arms of the crystal break down and the crystal's shape becomes rounded. This means that if you want to see a snow crystal, you need to catch it in the air or find it very soon after it lands. This person was really lucky. Their mitten was cold enough and they managed to catch that snow crystal as it fell through the air. Here's a person trying to catch a snow crystal as it falls through the air. Are no 2 snow crystals alike? Some simple plate crystals may appear exactly alike as seen through a high-quality microscope. When it comes to more complicated snow crystals, though, odds are that no 2 are alike. But then no 2 leaves, no 2 flowers, or no 2 people are exactly alike either. Snow crystals are like us. We're each different, but we have a lot in common. Whoa, so each of those snow crystals is very different, but at the same time, they all started with a speck and they all have 6 arms. How to catch your own snow crystal. So if you want to catch a snow crystal, you will need to keep a black piece of paper or a dark colored piece of paper in your freezer. And then when it snows, get all your snow gear on first, then go get your piece of paper out of the freezer and take it outside and hold it where you can catch some snow crystals. And it really helps if you have a tool like a microscope or a magnifying glass that you can take out with you so that you can see the teeny tiny crystals. So good luck, scientists, in trying to catch your snowflakes and snow crystals. And what you're going to do for your activity today is make a snow crystal. You'll have the supplies in your supply bag to make your own snow crystal, and there'll be a little video to show you how. So scroll on down and find out how you can make your own snow crystal that doesn't melt or wither away.